Hi, I'm Officer Bastil with the City of Sheboygan Police Department, and I'm currently a school resource officer at Urban Middle School.
And I'm Officer Holly Kehoe, and I'm a school resource officer at Horseman Middle School. Before we get started today, I wanted to share a fun fact. A lot of you may know Officer Bastil as a police officer with the Sheboygan Police Department, but a lot of you may know him otherwise. So apparently, back in the day, a few years ago, apparently he was a kind of halfway decent basketball player at Sheboygan North High School. And I found the evidence here at the police department to prove that. Check this out, Officer Bastil. Remember that?
Nope.
Well, as you guys can see, he no longer plays basketball. And he's here actually today to educate you all on social media safety. And so today we're going to talk about Omegle. Right, Officer Bastil?
That is correct.
So today, Omegle. So what is Omegle? It is a chat and video messaging app that connects complete strangers. Just like the icon shows, right at the top, it says talk to strangers. So that's really what this app is all about, okay? And because of that, this app can be very enticing to both adults and kids and can pose a risk to kids and even adults, right? You see a lot of adults being victims on these kind of things. So Omegle has morphed into somewhat of a dating app with a lot of adult content. Much of that content on Omegle is inappropriate for kids, and there are very few, if any, safeguards to protect minors. But most concerningly, the site is known to be frequented by child predators, and the website itself states, predators have been known to use Omegle, so please be careful. I mean, that's pretty telling, right? You sign into an app or something, and that's the message that appears. You know, that's a warning indication right there. So with Omegle, there's a strong potential that the user will be exposed to adult and possibly criminal content, including sexually explicit images or videos, violence, or child pornography. So, Officer Bastil, from what I understand with Omegle is that there are two different sections.
Correct.
Do you want to tell us about one of those sections?
Yes. So there are two different sections in Omegle. One is the adult section and one is the unmoderated section. By clicking the adult section, it prompts a warning that you're going to a site to see sexually explicit material. By clicking OK, a user confirms that they are 18 years of age. However, there is nothing stopping any children from doing this. There is no age verification on this process. Once the user hits OK, they will arrive in a video chat which will have two webcam displays, theirs and a stranger's display, and the cameras will autoplay. It is possible that the stranger will already be showing live or pre-recorded adult pornographic content.
Okay, yeah. So the first one you talked about was the adult section. The other one they call the unmoderated area. So when you think of choosing between the two of unmoderated or adult, you know, both sound like bad options. But when you click the option of unmoderated, it prompts you to a different pop-up which states that you are more likely to encounter sexual content here as it is unmoderated. So when you click through, it'll take you users to another dual webcam area where they have two different options. And in both of those options, they both share sexually explicit live content. So the chat is supposed to be anonymous, although either user can choose to save or receive a shareable link to that chat. So they're able to track ways through that way, like IP address, things like that, if they really wanted to find out your information.
Correct. So there are several major concerns associated with Omegle. The first one is exposure to explicit content. According to the reviewers, most of this pertains to the video chat feature in which strangers appear on screen nude or carrying out sexual acts. In some cases, reviewers of the app have reported being exposed to child pornography, violence, suicide, and even bestiality.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff that kids can be exposed to. So another concern with Omegle is the grooming by predators, like we talked about before. So Omegle, it exploits minors in various ways. Some predators will groom children by befriending them, possibly posing as someone else of a similar age. And then after they gain that person's trust, they might suggest taking their relationship to a different platform request explicit messages, images or videos, or even suggest that they meet in person.
So some other issues come up is as people get more information, they expose their personal information, their real names, date of birth, addresses, and once predators have that information, you're very easy to find. And also the hacking of private messages and videos. These videos are made and people think they're in private rooms with just one other person. And there's actually settings where people can watch from a distance and nobody knows that they're on there. And also video record these meetings.
Yeah, so that's just some information on Omegle. That was another one that, doing some research, they said that if your kids have this, another one, just get rid of it. There's nothing good about it. Always be mindful of what your kids are on, what they're using, and who they're talking to. So thanks. Thanks for listening again, and we hope you gained some new information today.
Thank you.
Especially that fun fact. Bye.
Have a good day.